Something that has been a big impact in my life has been traveling and my parents allowing me to see the world. My dad is a pastor, which has allowed me to have a different experience in my life. When I was 14 years old, I got to travel to Ethiopia with my parents, my sister, and members of our congregation. The trip was my first flying experience, and the purpose of the trip was to connect with missionaries we knew that lived in Ethiopia. When I arrived in Ethiopia, I was in a new world. The beautiful countryside was overshadowed by the poverty and devastation of people's life. The capital in Ethiopia was filled with a busy city life, full of restaurants, shops, and activities such as movie theaters. When we traveled out of the city and towards the country, we got to experience what real Ethiopia was. We started seeing people in tent-like houses all shuffled beside each other. The people wearing raggedy clothes and walking on dirt roads, living with no electricity or running water. In the deepest part of the countryside, there were huts people lived in with mud floors. One day, while my group was riding with the missionaries in the countryside, we saw a lady walking and carrying something to the store, something that she had to store her water in. We picked the lady up and found out she was going to spend her day walking just to get water, and us picking her up saved her a whole day's trip. Something that would have taken you and I a walk over to the sink that might have been 1 minute is something that Ethiopian people spend their days doing. The parallel life of the city in Ethiopia compared to the countryside is mind-boggling. The missionaries we visited there devoted their life to showing the Ethiopian people that there is a God and the great impact that He can have in someone's life. We got to experience the life of the missionaries, and the group I came with also held a small Bible study retreat for the missionaries in the area. Seeing a developing country at any age is heartbreaking and life-changing, but seeing that part of the world at 14 made me have a greater sense of life and reality. The kids I saw on the trips wore rags for clothing, walked around and carried their little brothers and sisters, and many didn't have shoes. But something they did have was more joy and happiness than I've seen in anyone's eyes. The poverty of the trip was not what shocked me. It was how happy someone could be with having so little. I am so grateful to experience the world at a young age, and going to Ethiopia made me realize that what's important in life are not the things that you have, but the people and the life we make.